Hi everyone, Aiden here with etrailer. Today we're going to be taking a look at these Flint Hill Goods aluminum ATV loading ramps. This is going to be a really nice wide set of ramps to load up your ATV, UTV, golf cart onto your trailer. Like I said in the beginning, the thing that sets these apart is the width. They are really wide at 20.5 inches wide. And they're pretty long ramps too, 65 inches long. It's going to give you a better angle of approach because of that. And one thing I do like about them is they're not just a straight ramp, there is a slight curve to it. So while the shape curving downward doesn't necessarily help the angle of approach as much, it does smooth out the transition from the ramp to the trailer because it kind of curves up a bit. And as you see at the top section, it starts to flatten out a little bit. So it's going to make the operation just a bit smoother. Now around here we can see how it secures to the trailer. It does include 2 cam buckle straps, one for each ramp since it does come in a pair, that you can use to anchor it and pull it into the trailer, keeping it a bit more secure and reduce the risk of slipping. Now one thing I wish this had is some sort of notch where it could hook into a lip on your trailer if it had it like this one does. But it does have these 3 tabs that will go over the trailer and help to prevent it from slipping around when paired with that cam buckle strap. You'll notice on our trailer today, it's not a perfect fit, but these are very stable. And if I owned this trailer and I owned these ramps, I'd just probably notch this out and get it to sit down in there perfectly for me. Each ramp is rated for 1,500 pounds, or when paired together, 3,000 pounds total. Just keep that in mind as you are loading this up. When it comes to how this stacks up, when you start getting into the territory of 3,000 plus, you start getting into car hauler ramps. So for something that isn't going to be carrying a car, this is definitely one of the heavier rated ramps you can get. The rungs do have divots in them, giving it small lips on both the top and bottom. So as you're rolling up, if you're in some wet or muddy conditions, that should hopefully help provide some grip and traction. I will say that between all the rungs, we didn't have any issues with our ATV today. Traction felt great, so I wouldn't be too concerned about it. When you're all done, they are pretty easy to load up and move around. Because of the fact that they're aluminum, it makes them very lightweight. And since these rungs are a bit smaller and spaced apart, it's pretty easy to get a handhold on these. Some of the larger ramps that have pretty large rungs are also hard to carry because you don't get a lot of space for handholds. So having this, it's going to be a lot easier to manage, especially in the pair or store. Especially if you keep these in your garage. I could easily see someone putting these up on a hook on the wall, and I wouldn't be worried about it because they're so lightweight. And as far as whether or not these are going to be the right ramps for you, it really comes down to your equipment and your trailer. I'd say even if your trailer sits a little higher off the ground, this is going to be pretty good for you. The angle of approach, I found we didn't have any issues on it. Maybe just run into issues if you've got something like a golf cart, but for something like an ATV, I think you're pretty safe no matter what you go with. And if you're looking for something that's maybe a bit easier to load up on your own, this is what I would go with because of the extra wide width. It makes it easier to get the tires lined up. Obviously, you can pull right up to it and adjust it however works best for you, but with this, there's going to be less second guessing. There's a lot more room for error, so if you're not perfectly lined up, you don't have to worry as much about going off the ramp, where you might have to be concerned about that with a more narrow ramp. For me, that's where these win. But if you need something different, like a higher weight capacity, or something that maybe folds down for more compact storage, those options are available and you can find them here at etrailer. But this was just our look at this pair of aluminum loading ramps from Flint Hill Goods. Thanks for watching.